Hi guys, this is Major/Luckstone, and what I have here is ghost pepper chocolate chip cookies. Right there, you see some of the red from the pepper. I did cut up a pretty hot normal size ghost pepper for the cookies. This is the Nestle Toll House recipe. With my sister directing me on how to cook it because she can make the best cookies. Even if it's a well-known recipe, she just does it better because she knows how to bake. And so I made 1 dozen. Try not to make them too big because it's more of a sampling for people. And but we tasted the dough. It tastes like spicy cookie dough. I'm worried that I might throw off the chemistry of the cookie because it's spicy. Technically, peppers are an acid. So we'll see how these turn out. All right. I'll finish the video after these get done baking. You can jump to the bowl and you can see in there you see some red from the ghost pepper. So they're definitely in there. I should have recorded me adding it in, but it's pretty much a whole ghost pepper, fairly decent size, not a small one, of course. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. These are the cookies after they've come out. See, let me click on a light or something. Let's see. And, pretty much they came out looking great to me. Some of them broke, but that happens with cookies when you take them out of the oven and whatnot. And these look great. I made pretty much technically 3 batches, but the first 2 batches are cooked together. And the other one I just pulled out of the oven. They don't look as great. See this if I can zoom in. Like some of them just look like they're just falling apart and melting. I think that might be the chemistry, just because ghost peppers technically have the spices technically an acid, and the ghost peppers have an oily substance to them also. So that might be just throwing off the chemistry, but it probably still tastes pretty good. But alright, but I'll do an update when I have my friends try them. I already tried one. It was pretty great, and my sister tried one. This is her instructing me on how to make them. Pretty much is the Nestle Toll House recipe with a ghost pepper added in at the end and mixed in pretty well. Anyway, so I will update you. I'll do one more update and then the video will be done. Hi guys. Alright, so this is the final update for my cookies, and as you see, a good part of them has been eaten. There's only like 7 left, and they actually turned out really great. They taste like what you expect a cookie to taste like, except the fact that those are very big main ingredients that makes it taste like something entirely new. It's spicy and great.
It tastes like Jesus.
I wouldn't know about that, but it tastes amazing, and I enjoyed it, and I have friends that enjoyed it, and I will definitely post a recipe with this.
Alright, so this is the part where I talk about the recipe from putting this together. And 2 things I have to say. I'm using a screenshot from the mills.com original Nestle Toll House cookies. Just a screenshot of the recipe. That's the recipe and whatnot. And the reason I'm using this is because this is pretty much exactly the same recipe my sister has memorized, and I'm pretty sure that this is pretty much public knowledge and public domain at this point. I'm pretty sure you can trademark recipes and whatnot, and copyright them and whatnot. But in this case, this is the public recipe for these cookies, and when people make chocolate chip cookies, this is the go-to recipe. And since I was making at the base level chocolate chip cookies, this is the recipe that we used. And only thing different is I added finely chopped ghost peppers at the end, and then mixed it in. Very carefully mix it in so it's nice and even, so you don't get too much pepper on one cookie, because that's bad, pretty bad. And so this recipe, it calls for chopped nuts. Don't use nuts. That's not a chocolate. That's kind of a chocolate chip cookie with nuts at that point. So don't use nuts. Um, but instead use one good sized ghost pepper, not a small one, but not like a ginormous one, but just average big, average large ghost pepper, fresh. I always use fresh ghost peppers because that's what I get my hands on because I grow them myself. Anyway, to the recipe, it is 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup or 2 sticks of butter. It's the same measurement. Then 1/4 cup of grain. I mean 3/4 cup of granulated white sugar. This plain sugar. 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Now that's plain ground sugar, but when you measure it, you pack it down into the cup because otherwise it might form air pockets. So you need to pack that down. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 2 large eggs. 2 cups of the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips, or just chocolate chips. It doesn't really matter too much. But I'm saying Nestle Toll House because that's the recipe we were following, and let's give them credit because that's really the reason why this recipe is public domain is because you use the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips, and that's making them money. Every time someone follows this recipe, they get those chocolate chips. Oh yeah! Shout out to Nestle and the chocolate chips. And then and do not use the chopped nuts. Just don't you do it. Ghost pepper. That's where it's at. Okay, and so pretty much you need to follow the directions. I'll read out. Preheat the oven to 375. You want to put a oven thermometer in your oven, one that can just stay there. So that way you know what your oven is actually at when you set the temperature. And so it's not like, oh, this is 470, not 475, or it's 375. It's 375. It's not, or it's 375, not 380. So you can dial it down exactly. Cook for exactly 10 minutes when you have everything pretty well preheated. And we didn't grease the pan like this calls for. We just didn't. It wasn't a need. Okay, so this is the order of which you do things: flour, baking soda, salt. Put that together in one bowl, and in another bowl, butter, granulated your sugars, the brown and regular sugar, and vanilla extract. Mix in a separate bowl. And beat until creamy. Add eggs one at a time. Beat well after each egg, and then slowly add in your flour mixture, and then stir in your chocolate chips. And the last thing you do is you put in the ghost pepper. Reason why you put that in last because you want to minimize it screwing up, messing with the chemistry. So it might mess with the chemistry of the baking soda. It might mess with the chemistry of the sugar. So just be very careful there. I'm not sure if it actually will throw off the chemistry, but it might. All right, the last, and so then you put in the oven for exactly 10 minutes. Bake. You want to make smaller cookies because, well, you're not going to want to make large cookies because these will be spicy. Great fun to share with friends, and it's an experience. I had a lot of people say that they liked it. A lot of people said they didn't like it because, well, it's not what you expect from a cookie, but it still tasted like a cookie and tasted really great. And it was just spicy and had a ghost pepper flavor to it, but I like the ghost pepper flavor, so that's good for me anyway. And a lot of people do think the ghost pepper does taste actually better than other peppers. But anyway, so this is the ghost pepper recipe. Follow this recipe, and this is just a screenshot of the Mills.com recipe for original Nestle Toll House Toll House cookies. All right, thank you very much, and have a great day. Please share this. Subscribe if you really like. I don't do too many recipes, but I do a lot of Ghost People fun and just gardening stuff in general. Discovery is the name of the game, and I like to discover stuff, and I like sharing my discoveries. And have a great day. Please share this video, and if you liked it, please share the idea with your friends, and let them know where you got it from and whatnot. All right, have a great day.